Opportunity be knocking. Let motherfucking opportunity be knocking. You gotta let a motherfucker in. I kiss my mother on the cheek, tell her that I love her. You ain't gotta worry about a thing, I got it covered. Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Ma, you know I'm still your little baby. All my life I was a fuck up, now I pull the truck up. Same bitch stuck up, now she wanna suck us. See me hanging out the window screaming what? No more tough luck, a different club is what I'm cut from. Opportunity be knocking, you gotta let a motherfucker in. I kiss my mother on the cheek, tell her that I love her. You ain't gotta worry about a thing, I got it covered. Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Ma, you know I'm still your little baby. Opportunity be knocking. Let that motherfucker in. Let that bitch in, son.
Yeah. Good morning, jerk offs. How is everybody today? What's that? Oh, it's because apparently my head's hollow. Good morning, Annie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you to our sponsors, Amaya's Fresh Mexican Grill, Little Brown Jug, Lane's Pizza, Monroe Nutrition, Nerdy Designs, Mint Cannabis. Thank you all. Thank you all. Twisted.
Yo. I was about to get up and go outside, man, and show the girl. And I'm like, oh, shit, it's already 10 o'clock. Damn, let me drop this link real quick. We'll be over here.
Roslyn, what's up? He says stream raid from Twisted.
Yeah.
Bad out of hell. Hello.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna be right back in a second.
All right. So as I'm sharing things, I realized I can't hit my bowl. So while we're saying our hellos and hanging out, I gotta fix that. Dr. Phil. Boom. What up? Seymour Cannabis, good to see ya. KR Tooley. Glitter World, Glitter Bombs.
Brain call. DMAC approved.
I don't know if you heard that, but two-tone. I don't know why I called you two-tone. Tone G. Oh, man. So this week was a pretty good week. Trying to remember, other than football, what I did. Yesterday we did skating with Spooky. So we went to a skating rink, had a good time. Some kids were dressed up in Halloween costumes. Some kids weren't. Mine didn't. What up, Fighting Evil Genius? We here. Detroit check-in. I'm about half hour south of Detroit. Half hour south for me. Twisted sent me. Hell yeah. Thank you guys all for coming in. Just chilling. You know how we do. We're just chilling and smoking. Right now I'm trying to clean out my bowl. I thought we were ready to go, but went to hit it and it said, what up, John Drake? Twisted says we do wrestling. We do wrestling. This past weekend, yeah, Fighting Evil, 100%. We do stuff all the time. Looks like I got like a dented head. My light wouldn't come on. I couldn't get my light to come on today. But yeah, dude. So we're in Monroe. I'm sure you know where Monroe is, but Lansing. So I was up in Lansing when the riots were happening. Was the last time I've been up there. I thought they was gonna wrestle, but just talked about it on the couch. Yeah, That's that's our Monday night wrestling show. So Saturday, actually, RPW Ruthless Pro Wrestling was in town, and they do light bulbs. They smash light bulbs and glass window panes and stuff like that. I didn't get to go to that one because I was hanging out with the kids, but Ryan went, had a great time. What up, Night Train? Good to see you, sir. Everybody hit that thumbs up. Appreciate you. KJ, yeah, this past Wednesday, John Drake came to the studio, did another episode of Pillar Talk. You know, he was on the first one, original Pillar Talk with us, but he got to do his second episode of Pillar Talk. It was a good episode. I was at football. My life is football season now. Got Keithy in here producing, and I'm doing football. And what is everybody smoking on? I'm smoking on I forget what this is called. Ghost Dog. Ghost Dog when I get my bowl cleaned out, actually. Painting away, yo. Yeah, Night Train's out here painting his ass off. Annie. What'd you forget? Good morning, Keith. Hope everyone has a marvelous day, he says. And if you don't know, we're just talking about it. Keith has a show. He sits down and he talks about wrestling. Jeremiah is a wrestler. Scotty and Keith have lots of wrestling knowledge. Fake Tahoe OG I got from Jars. Nice. Oh, some fake. That's not good. Won't be ready for 2 weeks. Yeah, I feel that. I don't know when mine will be ready. So basically what I've done is Twisted sent me some seeds. And then I gave them to a couple of my buddies that know how to grow very well. So they're going to grow some plants. They're going to clone them, give me some each harvest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the night showed up.
What up, what up?
Hold on, let me kill that.
Uh-oh.
There we go. There we go.
There we go.
I had to kill the YouTube.
I was like, it sounds weird.
Yeah, right.
But his new phone and whatnot does things that I don't know about yet.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Night Train? How you been?
Busy, dude. Fucking been crazy last month, I'll tell you what. I was running for Laser Ship doing delivery for like Temu and a little bit of Walmart and this and that. But I was working too many hours doing it. I made good money, making $2 a package, running about 150 packages a day.
Damn.
So I was making good money, but man, I was wearing myself out. So we gave that up and hit the old boss up and said, "Hey man, you got some hours for me? I'll come back and throw some paint around for a little while, I guess. Get back into the regular shift so I could have some time to myself because I wasn't getting any time. And we know what mental health does when you ain't got it right. It fucks you up. So we went back to having some time off in the afternoons and having my weekends back. And, you know, we'll deal with it, work with it. Hopefully the painting doesn't kill me too bad. But, yeah, that's some rental today. Let's see here.
Who got more seeds out of Twisted? Probably lots of people.
Man,
I wish there was more people around me that were willing to fucking grow my shit, man. I can't find enough people. It's hard.
yeah, I don't know how he's just getting in the process right now. They're just if he's put him in the ground so far, it's not the real ground. He's growing inside, I believe.
Yeah.
He said probably about 2 weeks ago he was talking about how he was just about to get him started. So
Hell yeah.
whether he's done that yet or not, I haven't talked to him to find out, but
right.
I'm excited. That's That's the least.
Oh, my grapes.
Wild.
My grapes.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
hell yeah.
This is a rental place right here that we're working on. We're painting it for some dude. It's up here in Standish. But
Hell yeah.
we put new counters in. I don't know. They're working on it here and there, but this kitchen needs some work yet. But I'm just painting. Fuck it.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
that's
That's a big room.
That's a nice living room. Big area.
Yeah. That's like this room here. They always make them thin and long. Like, what the fuck?
Entryway sucks. You got back little area here. I don't know. I guess this would be washer dryer. It's kind of funky setup the way they got it, but 3 bedrooms. Not too bad. Bedrooms are pretty good size.
I went to go get a donut today from our local bakery, and those fuckers are closed on Monday.
Huh.
They got this peanut butter. It's got
Wow,
peanut butter cream filled on the inside, but then it's got like a cheese and a donut
Manny.
and peanuts on top. It's my favorite donut in the world. And every time I've gone to go get it lately, they're closed for whatever reason.
But I love fighting the evil. Yeah, you guys aren't new because every week I tell you to come here and you don't for some reason.
Right?
This time I put the link in though. I'm like, let me drop this link real quick before I go over there. But
Now,
I've been
to me-
telling Fighting Evil about you guys because he's right over there in the D.
What up,
And I'm
Roz?
like, bro, right over
What
there,
up?
they do wrestling and you can go watch this shit, bro, and be involved with their shit. I was like, they just had a contest, an eating contest, and the dude got choke slammed through the shit.
See the table.
Yeah,
Well, that was a friendly competition.
Yeah.
supposed to be. But yeah,
Do a little wake and bake with you.
usually we go to about 2, maybe 3 wrestling shows a month.
Nice.
That's cool.
It's a good time. Rodson's over here doing this. I love this. I love it.
What are you talking about?
Your screen.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
that's some Ralph Steadman art. Fear and Loathing Las Vegas art
Oh,
artist.
I got some of that somewhere. I don't remember where I put it.
oh shit.
Come up do some dabs with you guys. A little wake and bake before I start my day.
You smoking that Kylo Ren? I'm just gonna ask you if the fish tank behind you. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, you see that? It is real. It is real. It's just not really in my room.
But you do own it.
No.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
this
Well,
is Josh. Everybody, light it up podcast. They got a whole crew. A whole crew will be.
Yeah, he's got sharks in that fish tank. Damn.
I don't give any wrenches to. There's like 5 people here that might have wrenches.
I don't even have a wrench.
No, he doesn't have a wrench, but he's one of the only other people that has a key.
Yeah, I can tap myself in. I got to remember not to tap out before it's over.
Yeah, I don't give out wrenches because I've seen what other people's channels have gone through by giving the wrong people wrenches. So pretty much, unless you've been here from the absolute very beginning, or you're here so much so more you're involved more than just coming on and being a guest. And chances are, like Twisted said, he's been here for a long time and he still don't have a wrench. And it's nothing against him. He just don't need one. He's here every time. honestly, Night Train's got a wrench. There's a couple other people, but they're here literally when we were doing our show every single day. They were here every single day,
Right.
moderating, putting links up, stuff like that.
Right.
Being on the panel, like,
Every
yeah,
single day for 300 and 400 episodes.
Right. Night Train's been here longer, honestly.
I've been here a while, yeah.
The only thing I ever need a wrench
3
for
years.
is
You
drop
got
a link.
Masshole, Squirrels, and Night Train have been here for almost that whole entire time.
Squirrel. See more.
You don't
What
need
up,
We don't
man?
need a stinky
Man.
wrench. Yeah, the only thing, like when I would used to be in a chat that was a real conversation chat, and the host was just doing whatever the fuck, blah blah blah, and we were all up in there conversating. That's when it gets annoying because
The only-
they're talking too much. Take a break. Like fuck you.
Yeah, the only good part of a wrench in here really is the fact that we could post links or share people's channels to them or whatever. Otherwise, there's no real use for it over here. It's only an hour-long show, and it's a bunch of chill hangout, smoke, and you know what I mean?
Most
We don't have any
videos,
issues, so
What's cool now too is before, it was real important to give people wrenches because they needed to link their channel to get the sub because they took away touching the picture. Now we're able to touch the picture on almost every stream I've seen.
Can you?
Yeah,
They
on
they brought
YouTube.
that back?
When you're on YouTube, you can. I have noticed that has come back.
Maybe on the
Because
phone.
I'll be honest, that I was saying forever, I wish you could just click on this and it'd be so much easier.
Yeah, we
And-
used to do
Yeah.
sub for sub.
But it won't let
Yeah.
you on everybody's. I've noticed that has been a couple people where I've went to do it and it won't pull it up. I don't know if
It's
that's
done.
the section that they put on or what.
It's sometimes in
private.
some streams it's blocked, but most of the time it's boom, you can touch them.
I'll be honest, fighting evil, it's not really about that. I don't really care. We slowly grow. We have never stopped slowly growing, and we're doing it the same way every time.
Organic.
Yeah, we're not at 1,000 yet. We could probably be at 1,000 if we tickled everybody's balls, but I'm not worried about that. Really.
Hang on a second. You don't want to tickle my balls?
You don't tip touch? Oh,
Rosin,
Tip touch? Tip touch?
Your balls are fantastic, but
Phenomenal looking.
yeah. They got a
Nah,
big
I'm
crew
just
down there in fucking
Damn.
damn. Where are you from? I forgot.
Florida?
Monroe. They got a big
Oh.
crew down there in Monroe, so this is just extra. This is like, can we get any more people involved in our fucking what we do? They do events. They do a Juneteenth fucking event. They do eating contests. They do wrestling. They do the board games, the fucking tabletop takedown. I always try to get in that, and people would never let me play. I guess they always thought I was gangster or too fucking badass for shit. I was like, no, I'm a nerd. I want to play that, dude. They're like, you're not going to want to play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm like, yeah, I do.
what up, Brian? So next week, I believe,
What up, Brian?
I could be wrong, but I believe next week they're doing Risk on the tabletop takedown. We're going to play Risk.
right.
I love the game.
So if they're playing Risk, I told them
It's
1,000
gonna be a long show.
Risk, I'm in.
Yeah, for real.
I'm playing Risk.
It gets long, man. You can go on for days if you get good players on a game of Risk.
It'll be
Right.
about
I've been
an hour.
watching that. I've been watching that one they recently were playing, and I was confused as shit. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Like Yu-Gi-Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. I play all that shit. Risk, Axis and Allies, that shit. But like that game they were playing last time, I was like, what the hell is this? I don't understand.
I like that they do play a bunch of different games, though, not just like one set or this or that. They play all kinds of different shit. So it's kind of cool that way.
When the Gathering of the Juggalos was going on, they were playing Into the Dark Side or Into the Echo Side, whatever the Juggalo game was.
You should
That's a
get
rough
Ghetto
crowd.
Wobbly.
You guys are
Ghetto
all
version
juggalos.
of,
That's such a rough crowd, man. Good people, but man.
Well, and I was telling somebody the other day, like, I'm retired from going to the Gathering, and I don't know if I even really want to go to Hallowicked anymore, to be honest, because every Halloween they put on a show. The only reason I enjoy going is the Fago. The Fago is like it's like the roughest mosh pit, but then you also have Fago involved.
You're addicted to the soda?
I'm addicted to that. It's so it is. It's so fun. But the whole concert, I just stand there and wait for ICP to come on. I don't even like. And let me preface that by saying I don't even like ICP's songs.
You don't even like Twisted? Oh man.
I only like the environment of
right.
of being in that.
The Juggalettes.
The Juggalos are wild. They're
I think that's what the
they're
chicks are
like
called.
on a whole nother level to where I don't even like. I'm not. I don't. I consider myself a fan, but I don't consider myself a diehard Juggalo like some of these guys do.
Right. To
Like,
me, Juggalos, they're like mosh pit rappers, and they'll fuck you up, bro. You'll get your ass beat by them. They're just having fun. They're just fuck you.
You're hurting them off, pit.
Wolfstein, that's old school.
Yeah, man.
So that is honestly like I what I call it is standing jujitsu.
Yeah.
So you're literally what happens in most mosh pits is you either form a circle or something like that, and you're pushing. And for most of the show, that's what happens. But then once
Not the chicks I know.
every single person in that venue
Punching.
tries to come to the front. So now you're literally smushed in like sardines, and you have to like move with your elbows and knees in order to get anywhere. It's unlike any other mosh pit that I've ever been involved in. When I go to concerts, I won't go to a concert if we're sitting down in seats anymore. They've ruined it. I won't do it.
I actually enjoyed that so much, dude. Earth Creeper of the Day. Hell yeah. I don't ever know what happened.
Yeah, what
I
happened
won't
to
ever
that?
ask you, but I see T-Rup all the time, and he's being interviewed and shit. And he's fucking hilarious, dude. He's got this little fucking half shirt that comes up to his fucking gut, and it's like he's like, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's fucked up.
He's funny, man. He's like, I'm a bully.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll roast you all day, but if you roast me, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, I want to. The only reason I don't do that, the Earth Dweller anymore, guys, is just I can't. Can you hear this?
Branko, DMAC approved.
Did you hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
We did hear it.
Yes.
BMAC approved.
But
Yep.
for some reason, I can't get the sound on any of my videos through the computer to pull up here anymore.
Right.
That was just from my soundboard. So the soundboard's working, but I can't pull up a video and we be able to hear the sound or anything like that. And
I know what you're on now. Okay, so when you present, there's 3 different things. I've been doing this lately, and no one could hear my fucking sound. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So when I go to present and go to share screen, there's Chrome tab, window, and entire screen. If it's on that window, you can't hear a fucking thing, dude. You have to put it back to Chrome tab.
Really?
And then, yep. Yeah, I've been doing that lately. And people are like, I can't hear you. I can't hear shit. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh man, it's because it's on this fucking screen.
Are you playing it though on a video or off a file off your computer?
No, off the video. I always play the videos, you know.
Yeah, because before we could just throw a video up and we would watch videos together, and I would like jump online randomly and do that from time to time. But ever since
Firefox won't share audio, Google Chrome will share audio, certain
I can't even
browsers won't.
tell you when it stopped, but ever since I came back from my break, I haven't been able to hear anything. So I'm like, well, there goes 3/4 of my show because I can't even do the spotlight right now.
Figure it out, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, try to make sure it's on that Chrome tab. That's the problem that I was having. It was on the other fucking thing. This is Carl with the motherfucking K.
With a K.
Yeah.
Yep, he's the best grower we all know. Indoor.
He does have some big plants. Last time we showed it off. I haven't seen him in a while.
The Earth Dweller of the day. Yo, if
Yeah.
I did Earth Dwellers, you know I'd be putting in the dragons. There's dinosaurs. China's making dinosaurs and shit. It's crazy.
China's doing a lot of things.
You see those dinosaurs they're making?
No, I didn't see that.
Dude, I don't know if they're
Wow.
real because, you know, there's a lot of fake shit. But, dude, they're holding them in their hands. Oh, man, it's wild, bro.
Well,
They're
all a
crossing them.
dinosaur is a big lizard.
Yeah, well, they're crossing them with just like Jurassic Park did. They pulled out some tissue or whatever, tissue, and they're injecting that tissue into like different salamanders and lizards and shit like that.
Honey, I blew up the lizard.
Compatible. Yeah, yeah.
Woo!
Oh, man, thank you guys for stopping by, dude. It's cool.
Yeah, that's real cool. I appreciate all you guys' stuff.
Hell yeah.
Somebody said they've been missing me or something over here. Today was my first day on the new job, you know. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean the old new job. Anyway.
I messaged his ass fucking. I was like, dude, I haven't talked to him. It feels like months since I was on the night train.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a month since I had any time off. So.
And then I gotta say real quick, I appreciate Rosin coming back because he was here. He was here for a long time. He was also.
I thought your channel died.
I talked about squirrels being around here from the beginning. Rosin was here from the literal beginning.
Yeah.
Well, Massel was pushing you hard when you and Manic did that interview. You interviewed Manic, and then that's kind of when I first met you.
That's that Manic interview is actually where a lot of you guys, almost all you guys, have come from is from Manic.
Manic's super cool.
Weed people, at least, yeah.
For our interview.
I think Twisted came around. I think he found me from Manic, but he came around after the Flat Earth episode.
Yeah,
definitely.
I was totally there for that. I'm like, how the fuck did you get that guy on your panel, bro? Or on there? I'm like,
no,
what?
he messaged me. He emailed me. That guy is like the guy. I don't know how he found us. That was early too, because that's like episode 34 or 60 or something like that.
Yeah,
it's super duper early. Like how he found me, how he found us. I have no idea.
Right.
Because that dude's basically a celebrity, and he might as well.
Right. I forget how I found you. I remember scrolling one day or something, and I saw your logo, and I was like, "This shit's fucking dope. Let me check this out." And I was like, "Oh, what are these guys doing?" You know. And I think I came across. I don't remember the Manic Mouth interview, but he's awesome. Manic's the shit.
Manic's cool.
I just remember our interview. We were on shrooms, I believe.
Oh, nice.
I
take some shrooms today.
I remember Amber tried for your guys' interview we did.
It was called Pillar Talk, right? So I thought they wanted to talk to me about Caterpillar. So I brought my BT now. I kept holding it up, and they're like, "No, dude, Pillar's in the community." I'm like, "Oh shit, me? Okay, all right."
Yeah, we do Pillar Talk Reloaded. Ryan and Spooky does that. So, but once football season, I'm taking Pillar Talk back over again.
Yeah. Pillar Talk's cool, man. I like to bring people out from the community that you guys like. That was really cool to see that. You know,
recently, on Pillar Talk, we got Pillar Talk Reloaded now. We've had Dan Severin, who's a former WWE / champion. You know, he was in UFC 4, and won. We've had Rudy Sarzo, the bassist for Quiet.
Yeah, that was a good interview.
Ozzy. I couldn't even tell you who else we've had on here, but it's those are the two most famous, air quotes, famous guests that we've had on recently.
That's cool.
I
just want to get involved in some food contests. That'd be dope.
You think you'll ever get to where you do it every day again? Because there for a little bit, you were there like almost 7 days a
there
week.
every day for Light It Up. We did 620 episodes every day, and then I don't know. We'll see. I might go live every day again, but I don't know if I'll do like a structured.
It's a lot to go live that much. Like
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Because if you remember the very beginning stages, all I was doing was coming on, smoking a joint, and it just evolved into what it is today.
Right.
But I might do that again to where I get on, smoke with you guys, and then
Just a shark. That fucking just scared the shit out of me, bro. That shark came for your head, bro.
This is a lot.
Josh, dog.
From I don't know what aquarium, but it's explore.org.
Yeah. Light It Up would be cool, like a first joint of the day kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do coffee and cannabis, give someone to wake and bake too, at whatever time the fuck I get up and drink coffee and smoke weed.
And that's what Light It Up started out as. That's it.
Morning wake and bake.
Yep. Hey, what's up? How you doing? And I'll be honest, what got me doing that, what gave me the idea for that was Cannabis United. There was a group that we are all part of, Cannabis United, with Booby LaFleur. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what's going on with those people now. We had them on our podcast, and then T-Rup didn't like their presence, so we told them we didn't want to work with them anymore, and they got mad, and we haven't heard from them since.
Bad vibes.
Yep. And that, it is what it is type shit, that'll happen.
Yeah. You
What
guys
did you
had that
get,
partnership. Sorry,
Yeah.
what was that?
Who's got a snake?
I got a snake.
What did you name it?
I haven't named it.
Oh.
I call it Snake.
Snakes.
I saw you feed it a rat the other day.
Yeah.
I think you did it live. Were you live or was it a video?
Yeah, it was
I think
live.
it was live.
It was live.
Go Lions.
Hey, the
Wait.
Lions are going to be good this year. I don't know what you're talking. You said they won't yield. Is that what I saw?
He's got a
No, he's saying
giant
go
snakes.
down for another victory. Yay. Go
Oh,
Lions.
I see. He's singing. Forward down the field.
Well,
I see.
maybe he must be watching the game.
They did a preseason. They had preseason game this past week.
Yeah, I watched the replay on Bally last night. That was a pretty good game.
Dude, right now, that's what I'm saying, Fighting Evil. We're excited for pro football, but high school football has started, and we're going into scrimmage week. So
Yeah.
these guys got their full pads on this week. We're going at the end of the week, we're going to be practicing. This is our first one preseason game. And then next week, we're full go. I feel like a little kid in the candy shop. Right now. I really do. I'm so excited to start playing because our team, our quarterback's like 6'3", 240 pounds.
Wow.
It's solid grown man and
It's a big boy.
That's like a grown man.
Yeah. I truly feel like we could go if health stays on our side and our minds stay on our side. We could go undefeated and possibly win the title this year. Not beat ourselves. If we don't beat ourselves, we got this.
Damn noisy neighbors around here. Holy smokes.
Saturday at 1. Okay.
Well, let me jump back in chat. I appreciate it. Let me come up and smoke. Wanted to get a little wake and bake with you guys.
Appreciate you.
I have you
Rock
playing.
it.
I'll at you guys.
The Super Bowl. I don't know about that, but I sure hope so.
Hell of a run last season.
Well, here's the deal. Real quick is so I'll tell you the type of Lions fan I am. I've always been a fan, but I've been the guy that for years, 2-3 years before Megatron retired, I was the guy saying we needed to trade him. Trade him. We can't do anything with him. We're not going to win. Get assets. And I was also the guy that was saying trade Matthew Stafford 2 or 3 years before we actually did it. These two guys cost us more than half of our salary cap each year. They needed to go. Yes, they're great, but they needed to go for the Lions to grow properly. And now you see gone, and we're finally growing properly. And it had nothing to do with Stafford himself as a player. It was that money that he was getting. None of these teams have guys making half the salary cap winning the Super Bowl. You have to
bullshit.
No, you have to spread the wealth. Where did Goff come from? He almost won a Super Bowl in LA. He took them to the Super Bowl one year. And then, it is what it is. Sometimes things aren't a good fit for you mentally. And that's what happened. Now, I will say when he came here, I was saying, he was just a short-term quarterback. Now he looks like maybe he could be our guy. But he's the first pick. He's been to the Super Bowl. It's not like he's a bum. Well, now Stafford's recovering from an injury.
Are they all still taking dives, though?
Well, the NFL is an entertainment company. It's not a sports company. Just like the NBA. They're
taking
like
dives.
WWE is an sports entertainment company. That's what the NFL and the NBA technically are. They're sports entertainment companies.
That's what I don't like about it. When they take dives and don't full out, like, ooh, you could have made it. No, I gotta fall down so I don't get hit hard. That's why I love watching college and high school. It's fucking those people play their fucking hearts out. College, not so much really, because they're still getting paid too. You just don't even know it. But like when they're scouts are there or high school, dude, that's the best shit ever, man. You see the craziest cool moves.
Well, that can be attributed to effort, right? Every player is gonna put more effort than others. Even on our team, we got the littlest guy on our team puts in the most effort. Every practice play, he's going 100% balls out.
Hell yeah.
Got some of the players on our team, they're the better players on our team, and they take plays off, and you see it.
the little guy. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
The little guy's probably got what's that called? Not ADHD, but like hyperactive disorder.
Yeah.
So he's probably like
yeah, I agree. Dan Campbell is a G. The coach has got the mindset. That's the thing is last year when they were on their losing streak, I kept telling everybody's like, "Oh, he sucks. We need to get rid of him." And it's like, "No, dude. You got to give a guy time to let his playbook, not even like as far as like plays, but like his mindset, his culture, his all that stuff has to sink in. And that hard work every play, that team, it does work. It's important because you're only as good as the next player next to you is.
Right.
It's like not the Romans, like the Spartans. That the whole 300 thing. The reason why go to the movie, right? The reason why they wouldn't let that hunchback join the army wasn't because he wasn't mentally there, wasn't because he wasn't loyal at the time. It's because that one chink in the armor makes everything fail.
Yep.
One guy fails, the whole thing fails.
What's crazy too is back last when I was watching fucking football, I don't even know what year it was, but they kept doing that to the Browns, the Cleveland Browns. They would get new coaches all the fucking time. Like every year or two, they'd get a brand new coach. And then every year they were drafting guys specifically for their skills. And then they would run that guy in their team, in their fucked up, broken ass team. And that guy would stand out, but never fit in. They could never get it together. They never gave the coaches long enough. Like, they're like, hey, one season, oh, you didn't win shit, you're gone. Like, what? Wait a minute. That was a good coach. He just had shit to work with. You know, it's like Cleveland was a broken ass team for a long fucking time, dude. And they kept fucking them. I'm like, dude, you guys got to let them sit there and be a team for a couple years. Dude, that's why I think the old Browns got really good with Bernie. It was the same people for years, dude.
Yep. And that's, you know, look, if you look.
Very true. They were there for a long time together.
Right, right.
Teams that win, they, you know, the Steelers, you know, they went on a run. They've had 3 coaches in my lifetime. You know, you go to New England, they've gone on their dynasty run. How many coaches they've had in my lifetime? Not many. One since, you know, in the last 15, 20 years. You go over, you know, Pete Carroll has been in Seattle for that whole time. They went on their run. Then you go over to a different sport, go to hockey, right? Detroit Red Wings, when Scotty Bowman was the coach for forever. You know, and then you go over to Colorado. That coach was that coach forever.
Right.
You have to give these guys time for the system to work properly.
Hey, what would you rather see? Would you rather see real NFL players or AI players that you could bet on?
Real.
The human interaction.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it all AI and have it betted on, so that way we can put an end to fucking sports.
Well, maybe I would like the referees to be vetted.
Yeah, the refs half the time anymore. Shit, so many bad calls in the game.
Well, I saw this umpire in baseball. He's literally, what was it? He's like,
You missed a spot.
missed like 200 and something calls this year on balls and strikes. That, like, I think he's like 30%, something like that. Like, that is not okay. We have a way to make it perfect with AI. Why are we not doing that?
Right.
Oh, it's the human aspect. And bullshit. Let's get this stuff right.
Right.
If
There's a lot of interference, Josh.
Yes, it's
No. With the sound. With the sound.
Yeah, it's Night Train.
Oh.
It's because he's so far away from the microphone. Yeah, you're
hit mute or something. I don't know.
Everything you're doing, like when you go.
Yeah, audio is just cutting out. Noise cancellation.
Yeah.
But them Vikings, I don't know anything about the Vikings, bro. All I know is we're gonna kick your ass this year.
You could leave it there, just hit mute unless you want to like comment once in a while. I don't know.
That's that ceiling done. This hallway ceiling's done now. And the first bedroom here is done.
Oh yeah.
This one's already been done. I'm glad this one's popcorn. This sucks. They did this one.
I hate popcorn ceilings, dude.
Yeah, they look like they did some repairs over here. They got some kind of repair going on through there. It looks clean and white. That's all that matters to me. This is one of the only rooms that's fairly well done. I don't know what they've done up here. He's like, can you go up and do it? Sure. A couple of days of work. It's money.
There's that green again.
Yeah,
I swear
that's money.
every Michigan house has got green fucking in their house somewhere.
Dude, this is some ugly fucking cabinets. I don't know what the hell they're doing there.
Michigan paints all these weird green colors, bro. Every house I've ever lived in, except for this one, had green
Yeah, it's
everywhere.
just dark, dude. It's so fucking like, wow, crazy.
Yeah, I'm
I
just.
don't know if they're gonna paint them all that way or what, but I don't know what's going on with them. I haven't
That's
watched them.
Michigan State green right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the Packers are finally going to be relevant.
I don't know nothing about football today. I don't know who's a coach. I don't know who's a player. I don't know any of the popular names.
The Washington whatevers. Yeah. Because they started off as the Redskins and then they got changed to the Washington football.
Commanders.
Then last year they were the Commanders. Now they started off not allowed to be the Commanders.
What are the what's Cleveland's baseball team name?
The baseball team is the Guardians.
Oh, they're the Guardian. Yeah, because that's when all this shit went down. Like 2020 happened, and all the things like Land O'Lakes had to take the Indian off. Aunt Jemima got changed. All the Indian teams got changed.
The Redskins would have been in my eyes the worst one, right? But now there's some Native American tribes that are banding together that are suing to bring it back.
Oh, really?
They're pissed off that they changed the name from Redskins because it was the only pride that they had in the nation.
Because there's Chiefs, Redskins, Braves, Indians. That's Cleveland name was Cleveland Indians forever.
The Native Americans, they're not the ones that are complaining about Chief Wahoo as the logo. They're not the ones complaining about the names, the Cleveland Indians or the Redskins. There might be some, but the majority of the tribes are like, dude, what the hell? Change it back. Now there aren't any.
Yeah. It's like instead of honoring them and taking that away, we actually dishonor them because that was like their team. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's interesting. I didn't know any of that.
It's Karen being offended. It's not even Indians, Native Americans being offended.
Oh, politics.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's all people got their feelings hurt, man. It was butt hurt situation.
Everyone complaining about it.
No, here's the thing. Redskins, it's derogatory according to us. As white
Not me. I am Redskin. I'm a quarter Iroquois Navajo.
But
my
great 100% Cherokee. But the thing is,
the Redskin people.
We didn't take a poll on all the tribes of America on what they wanted this. That's what we should have did. And if we're gonna so if we're gonna change the name from something like this, what would you guys like it to be?
Yeah.
Take a whole giant poll, see if they even care, and then boom. That's how
they got money out of it, I'm sure. But they've been so used to everything the United States has done to them, dude. What's one more thing? Fucking, they're like, I never even thought about it. So I bet some never even thought about it.
Yeah. To me, I'm all for like if it's offensive to them, okay, change it. If it's not, it's not. But also, it's like everything's offensive these days.
Yeah, to somebody.
Right.
Everything's offensive to somebody. You're not going to please everybody with what you say. And there's politically ways to be correct. But it's so hard sometimes to figure out what is politically correct to say sometimes. I'm like holy shit. I don't see
the problem. I could see the problem with Redskins. I've been fully transparent with that. I could see if I agree. It'd be like calling them the honkies or something like that.
I want a team called the honkies.
Well, you got these blacks running around calling each other, the N-word, but yet we can't use that. They can, but we can't.
Oh,
so it's like false.
It's
just hypocritical.
Church.
That's what I'm saying. We were just saying the Fighting Irish. It could be. Some people do find that offensive for whatever reason, but really, is it? No. The real thing is Irish people are usually shorter than most of the world.
They're usually fighting.
And they're that's called where do you think short man syndrome came from? Ireland.
and drunk muscle.
And Ireland, the Irish is another one of those groups that have been looked down on from the beginning of time. Even
Yep.
in England, they were looked down on. They were slaves
Yep.
at one point.
Yep.
They were as like nobody wants to talk about that stuff.
Nope.
Nobody ever wants to talk about that, but
Nope.
that's the truth. No, when the Irish came over, they were looked at as scum, as they weren't human, just like black people were looked at. And a lot of the times, the Irish slaves were cheaper.
Oh, always were. They didn't. They call them indentured servants.
Correct.
Because that's when slavery changed and stuff. But see, this all goes back to we church. So imagine you're a stupid European white person, and you see all these brown colored people. Some people are yellow skin, brown and yellow. Some people had reddish brown skin, so that's why they got called the Redskins. But imagine if you're out in the sun all day. You get a little bit of a sunburn. That's why I believe Native Americans now they look white because they got clothes on. They live in buildings. They're not under that sun all fucking day, dude. Imagine how brown you would be under the sun all day long.
Don't even take that long for me to start getting brown.
Right.
Yeah.
The only time you go in your little hut is at nighttime. You're out there hunting and gathering and riding horses and fighting and wars and shit. You're in the sun all damn day.
Wearing barely any clothes. Like
yep.
You put me in the sun for a few hours, I start turning dark and red.
Yeah.
And I promise you, when I take my underwear off, my butt is pale.
Yeah. I don't think it was ever a
Pasty white, baby.
To be prejudiced against the natives. It was describing the color of their skin. Because there were copper colored Native Americans, and those were the East Coast ones. There were brown skins in California, and all the people in the middle were the Redskins. Now, if you follow me on WeChurch, you know exactly who I know those people are. I know exactly who the natives are and where they came from. It's crazy. And they all got the stories. They all the ones who still have their traditions, dude, they got their stories.
Look at what I got. I'll show you.
Chips ahoy!
Sugar. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's crap. I think the whole N-word thing was a slavery downgrade thing that was brought by the oppressors and not white people, just the oppressors themselves.
No.
On a nation of people, and then like to see people still use that and call each other that, it blows my mind. I'm like, but that's what they gave you guys to bring you down.
Where it came from was a misunderstanding of the Spanish. That is the word for black. And in translation, it got confused. So then these hillbillies come through, and start misusing the word, and now that's where they start using it derogatory. Where
exactly.
Really where it starts off is that's what it means in Spanish.
Yeah.
And then
Niagara.
The slave owners turned that translation into negative.
They switched the E around from R-E to E-R. That's all.
That's where that lost in translation was.
Yeah. But then it was turned into the whole racist thing and the downgrade of it. Like, you see all those black and white videos of black people moving in white neighborhoods, and they say, we don't want these here. And it's like, damn, it's like that's how it really was back then.
Well, even
to see people saying that to each other, it's like, God, you guys should totally move past this, man. Totally come out of that shit. Crazy.
Even like when my grandma was alive, the proper term was colored people. Right. And nowadays, if you were to say something like that out,
you'll get punched in your face.
Yeah, that is not proper whatsoever. But that, and like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, that was being polite.
Yeah,
that was the proper term, and to see where life goes, throughout the years. And look at when 9/11 happened, look at all the racism against Muslims.
Right.
That's, I guess, not racism because them as people are Muslims, that's their religion, you know. But look
Prejudice.
at Middle Easterns, all
Anyone
the
that looked like that.
yep.
No one was going to those mini marts no more. We weren't going to those hood stores.
Started shutting down.
They're like, I'm from Pakistan. I'm not from Iraq. That's what everyone would say all the time.
And the thing is, it's like people are so stupid because we're all the same, guys. We're all human.
We're all people.
Just like dogs, there's many dog breeds, many canine breeds.
They all bleed the
They're all
same.
kinds.
We're all
Dog
just
is
people,
male
man.
and bitch is female. Just in case you guys don't know, dog is a male canine
Yeah.
and a bitch is a female canine.
Yeah.
But we're the same way. We've been bred to have, and our colors are not our race.
That's right.
That's what people have confused. That is not a race.
That's right.
We are humans. That is our race. Or what's the scientific term? Homo erectus or whatever it is. Homo sapien. That's
Homo
what we are.
sapien. Yeah. I always tell people when we go in space, our race is human. They ain't gonna care nothing about what color we are.
Yeah.
We taste
Right.
different. White people are dry meat, black people are juicy meat. Y'all know that. Dark meat's juicy. Y'all know that shit.
Dark meat's always juicy.
Yeah, but that's what I was just teaching people at the We Church. I'm like, man, we're humans. But there's a lot of people out there that think that white people aren't human beings and have no soul. And I'm like, what tells you that? And then people go into this thing about their blood type. And I'm like, hey, I'm pink skin and I'm O negative.
Those are just the gingers. Gingers have no soul.
Yeah, those are the giants.
You know where gingers come from? Ireland.
Those are the giants. Those are descendants of the giants. Those are giant blood in you.
So the Irish, just so we're clear, the Irish are a mix between little people and giants. They've got little person syndrome and they got the red hair from the giants.
That's why my beard's white as hell right now, because that was all the red hair in my beard.
So I want to switch gears real quick. The other day I was listening to Joe Rogan and he was talking to some guy that basically lives in the Amazon for most of the year. And he was talking about the uncontacted people. And we were kind of going through the history of like these people run around naked and they don't want any contact. They'll kill you on sight.
Right.
And it's like, why are they like this? And we started going through it, and these people back figure hundreds of years ago came into contact with probably, and with all assumptions here, it was probably some Christians fighting for expansion and to expand the word of God. They probably came under duress, just like the Native Americans here ended up coming into contact, helping at first, and then becoming, attacked. That's probably what happened over there. So then these people, fled for their lives into the deepest, darkest parts of the Amazon that nobody else would go to, and now they're 150 years later still having these, probably verbally told stories from grandpa talking about the white people and the how they've come and tried to make us slaves and treat us like this or that, and don't trust them, don't ever. And now that's why they are the way they are.
Yep.
And people are like, oh, they're the uncontacted. No, those people have been contacted. That's why they are the way they are. They don't trust anybody else.
And imagine, I'm sure
it's not because they're godless. Who cares about that? It's because of what has happened to them in the past.
Yep. All people that use a weapon and live in some kind of a hut and hunt animals all have a god. That's what they did to us. They all were worshiping the same fucking thing. See, but some primitive races like that, they still believe in the spirits of the trees, the wood, the
Yep, the
that.
surrounding, every living creature.
Yeah, so those people have all guaranteed been contacted because those people move all around the world and stuff. What's really cool though is they're distant cousins. They'll find like the skeletons of these distant cousins people, and they're like hominid, like little hobbits and shit. I think those people are the best because that was the worst thing they did in Vietnam was they walked through all these villages and started giving the kids chocolate. Now all these little villages in the fucking all over there in Asia that never ever had a sugar before, now they're all hooked on fucking American sugar and shit. Like that's what happens. That's what happens to those primitive. Look what happened to the natives with alcohol. We didn't ever have to shoot a bullet ever. I don't think Europe didn't have to shoot shit. All we had to do was send them liquor. That's all we had to do. We would have controlled the whole country with alcohol. Bet you.
Bat out of hell says this. My tribe is the only one in U.S. history to defeat the federal government. Look at General Custer's gravesite. So, speaking of General Custer, we have a giant statue of General Custer in the middle of our town.
Yep.
Because this was like his home.
Right down there by the bridge.
He wasn't born here, but apparently he grew up here from like 12 until, he died in wherever he died in that battle of Little Bighorn.
Yeah.
He was here. The town we're in is the site of the bloodiest battle in Michigan history. So it was the Battle of 1812, I believe. But this Monroe was supposed to rival Detroit at one point, and it was set to actually be bigger than Detroit. And then that battle broke out, and everything changed from there.
Yeah.
Actually stood abandoned for 2 years, pretty much.
How deep have you looked back in Michigan's history of all the natives and stuff, dude? Because there was thousands of tribes on this little mitten, dude.
Yep. It was them that gave white people permission to come here. And originally it was supposed to be just a little settlement. And for years we followed the law we were agreed to. But then some French Canadians started coming here and just randomly plotting down on some land and not caring.
Damn Canadians, eh?
Yep, it was the French Canadians.
They were right there. They came right over. It was all trapping and logging, dude. This place was rich. This place was so rich and stupid.
Yep, this place was known as Frenchtown in the beginning, and it was the river that is literally right outside my office right here. It had tons and tons. It was filled with sturgeon. And if you don't know what a sturgeon is, it's like an 800-pound fish that's as big as a bus. It's an 800-pound, 16-foot long fish, and this was called the Sturgeon River by the natives, and it was lined with grape vines and different fruit trees and berries and nuts, and swans were so thick the description says the swans were so thick you would confuse them for lilies. They were so tight together.
Right. Everything was. There was so many beavers, bears, probably bobcats, lions, the mountain lions, turkeys, deer.
Everything.
This place was so rich.
Yep.
All the wood was still here. They only cut down what they needed for food and building. And they built teepees in little like grass hut type things and shit. Yeah, Michigan has fucking thousands of tribes. I was like, holy shit, bro.
Actually, Michigan, Dundee, which is about 20 minutes from here. Dundee was the site of the very first reservation in the United States.
Wow. Yeah, as soon as people got up here and learned what was here, they was like, all right, kill everybody.
That was the home of the biggest Cabela's in the Michigan.
right? It was the West.
The
Like as soon as they took over Michigan and whatever the next one was, I forget, right over next to us in the Midwest, they took this other fucking big territory over. And then the army, dude, the army was the sickest, the fucking those dudes were vicious. Vicious. They were like cowboys. They were like oh man, they were vicious people. They would hunt all the tribes down and just kill them one by one.
Yeah, that's where Texas Rangers came from. They were Texas Rangers were created to go after those Moor tribes. Actually, though, I forget which tribe it was, but they could literally hang off the side of their horse and shoot from underneath the horse while they're like. But here's the funny thing: is once you captured those guys and took them off the horses and tried to get them to shoot their bow, they couldn't do it the same way.
You need that bounce.
Yep. Or it's the same thing with like they took the scouts, right? For World War II, they did a study where they took some native scouts and they shaved half of their heads and they left half of them long haired. And the ones that shaved their heads, all their air quotes mystical magical powers of sight and vision in the woods.
There's a lot of power in hair, brother.
Yep.
True.
It's why. Can you imagine how powerful I'd be if I had hair? It'd be crazy.
That's the thing, right here. He says it right here. They killed our food supply and gave us disease. That's exactly what happened. Yep. The bison that were here. I wish if I could go back to any time, it would be to see this land the way it was originally.
Right. Natural. Imagine how many trees would be here, bro.
This is the Garden of Eden as it's described.
Right.
That's the thing is like a lot of people, I don't want to go completely there, but like the described Garden of Eden, that is this planet. That's this planet. If you think about it, everything was created. If you go to the Amazon, every medicine you would ever need is there. Anything that we would ever need for ourselves here is here in the woods, in nature. We don't need any of this structure, any of this government, any of that to survive. We just need the knowledge of of this land that has everything we would ever need to live and survive.
That goes back to your lost tribe.
So this guy was talking about how he had this pussy sore on his arm for months here in the United States, and then he said he went over there for his normal, his visit here was when he was heading over there, and he said his buddy saw it, said, "Oh, we gotta fix you." Took him to this tree, started chopping the tree a little bit, got some sap, put a drop of sap in his mouth, and then put the rest on that pus. He said it was gone the next day.
Yeah,
he had been here at different doctors here, and they couldn't fix it for 3 months.
Wow.
One day of the Amazon was treated, and boom, here we go.
They know the medicine. You ever see it? Did you see that Weed Church I just put out last Sunday? So I went over and saw Grounding. This guy wrote this book and does movies on grounding and shit. Grounding, like taking your shoes off and grounding to the earth.
Walking on the real earth, yeah.
Yeah, they kept talking about these patches that they've had all these fucking problems. Like people get liposuction, they put these patches on, they don't have no pain. And this dude got bit by a spider and had this big old thing sticking out of his arm. She put this patch on, and then in 16 hours, the thing was gone. And I was like, well, what are these patches? What are the patches, though? I'm like, what is there, dirt in the fucking patch, bro? But yeah.
So I know it's about time to go, but he talks about ancient buildings already being here and stuff. And I've read recently and saw videos recently where there's been ancient Egyptian artifacts found in
the jungles,
Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
And
He don't come to We Church, guys.
yeah.
He
And
don't come to We Church.
there's theories that, you know, that this is actually Mesopotamia or whatever. But let's talk about, like, what if that was where a giant, awesome city was, and it was either hit by a meteor or bombed or whatever, say, and that's why the crater is there.
Which one? Which one? Oh, Grand
Grand
Canyon.
Canyon.
Man,
Yeah,
Josh, you gotta come to We Church, bro. I know you're always busy as shit, but you gotta come to We Church. I talk about all this, bro. We read it from ancient tablets. What exactly the Grand Canyon is, what they did there, what they took out of there, and how they built all the buildings that were over in Egypt over here. And then they dropped nukes. They had 7 nuclear Nibiru bombs, bro, nuclear weapons. And then they were giants. So to us, it would be 500 megatons more powerful than our nuclear bombs. They dropped 7 of them. They had basically what they call Tower of Babel, and they were the launching sites, launching out into space, where they launched the gold off into space. And Ninurta, Shiva, the destroyer of worlds, flew over here under Enlil's order and dropped bombs on all of those planets because Marduk, the ruler of our planet right now, Marduk wanted to get people out into space and take control over the gold mining facilities. And Ninurta was like, oh, hell no, Daddy, let me go bomb them. They bombed these 7 bombs. That's why all of our land looks like it's melted. When you go over in the Grand Canyon, you'll find the Isis pyramids. You'll find the Sphinx. You'll find all that shit there, but it's melted. It's broken down, like it looks like millions of years old, where the other shit's brand new looking. That's because it was bombed. It was nuclear bomb. That's why everything over here tested out super old. It caused an evil wind. Evil wind that killed everybody. That's why the next thing you know, all the native or black races of the world talk about we came out of the ground into this new world, and all the Irish or European people talk about our day as when we was on Ireland whooping each other's asses, but the Druid power was too strong. That's why I follow Druid power. If you follow my clan back to Ireland, you're gonna see what I'm talking about.
Oh, I showed your comment, Sunday Driver.
Yeah. He didn't show my comment. I showed Twisted what crystal he found the other day. Hell yeah.
It's not that I don't go over there and support. It's that I don't stay a whole long time.
Yeah,
Because
no, Josh comes in when you guys see BrainJerk and chat, but he's busy. But I'm saying he's not there for the whole thing to get it all. Because man, we go over this, bro. They wrote about what they did in the Grand Canyon, what they built, who lived there. Like Dumuzi got thrown over, Jesus got thrown over Niagara Falls, broke into a whole bunch of pieces and floated down the Great Lakes. Anana came through, swooped him up, put him back together again, took him back to Egypt. He's Osiris, who gave birth to Horus, which is another Jesus. Oh, dude, it's I could go on forever, but I know we can't. But we should do a great thing because I love your whole is this Mesopotamia? Because, dude, we can go facts for facts of how they rebuilt Egypt over here. They rebuilt Africa on the United States. That's what's confusing everybody today. Like the shit over there's not older than over here because it came from there to here. You know what I mean? It's all the same age type of shit. Ours looks older because it got blown up by nuclear weapons.
Look at that break time.
I'm getting excited.
Did the Sunday Driver view and missed it. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, Sunday, you can fuck around and joke around. No worries. No worries.
Oh yeah, man. No, Sunday Driver's cool, man. Yeah,
Well,
you could do a live sometime though, and do that. That would be a great discussion for you to have on your show because I got hours and hours of We Church of it. But you know, I like to hear other people's opinions and stuff because there's people on TikTok, bro. I argue with them all goddamn day. because they're
And
like, this is our land.
I like to talk a little bit about like all that stuff, all those air quotes conspiracies. So I'm going to be honest with you, like the weed church stuff is mostly like, my thing is take it as far back as we can and then start learning. Now you have closer to what the truth will be if you're so I like theology. Theology is one of my favorite things to learn about, whether it's the Roman gods, the Greek gods, the American God, whoever it is, you know, whatever it is, whether it's the Muslim religion or Judaism or whatever. I like to learn, okay, what do you got? What do they believe? One of my favorite things to do is step in other people's shoes for a little bit.
Right.
That's
I read from the losers, the people who lost the battles, the people who got suppressed, the people who got pushed around. I want to read your story because that's where you find the truth. You hear how brutal the other people were and what they did, what they took from those people. Then you can make an informed decision. You don't always want to be on that side that's kicking everyone's ass. What are you doing? What about those people that were hurt and pushed down? Yeah, bro. Anytime, man, we should have a little live. That'd be cool. I'd love to hear other people's thoughts.
Well, there's so
where
many.
Garden of Eden is.
Well, I think this whole planet might be that.
Well, there was one specific spot that they called the Garden of Eden because it was like a zoo. You know what I mean? But I know what you're talking about. This whole planet, but everything that is on this planet right now is after the flood. The flood.
Well, and then here's the next thing is
they replanted.
You want to bring in like dimensions.
Exactly.
Right? So if we bring in dimensions, does that change the way?
I think so, because I want to know, what are these big, huge light angel things that are out in space? Did these things ascend, or is it something else? Like, that's what I always say. Is God something else? Is God coming from a different dimension and can come in here and be a person? Like, I still question these things. I know God is energy, but like, what is the God though? What is it?
Is though, even go beyond that is like, what created God?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And then what created that? Because things have to come from something.
Energy can never be destroyed.
Even if God created the Big Bang, right? Even if God made that, right? It created something out of something.
Right.
Even if it was nothing to us, it was nothing to us, but it was something to him.
Yeah.
Or whatever you would call them.
I want to try to find this video I saw about the cosmic being. And what it is every solar system is just a electron in a galaxy inside of a universe, which is a cell inside of a whole, multiplex universe or whatever it is, inside of a cosmic being, bro. It's crazy. It's like they keep pulling out, and you see all the bubbles, and then that forms a cell, and then all the cells are flowing like rivers of blood through a huge cosmic being, bro. And some things describe that. Some ancient texts really do get into that. And I'm like, oh, dude, what if like you're a person, right? What if inside you got a whole fucking universe, and things inside of you think that they're living on a planet, building buildings and shit, and worrying about the environment, and it's microscopic inside you. You know how Ant-Man could go inside. Like, what if in there's a fucking creation of people, and we think we're fucking this big, but on the scope of it, you're nothing. Wow.
That's exactly how it is. 100%. That is what it is. And you can go down to the tiniest thing we can see, and it's like that all the way down. So that means that only makes sense to be the same way all the way up.
Right. What as above, so below is what they say.
Yeah.
So it's insane, bro. You take shrooms and have this conversation, forget it. It goes on infinity,
If we're a simulation, then all of this is a projection. No one gets the science. And that's real. That's true. And that's another thing. Like a lot of we could be jacked in like in the Matrix and us never know it. We would never know.
Yeah. We're supposed to be a shadow of the fourth dimension. So just think about that, dude.
So that's when I came into your show the other day, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah. Just think about that. If that's true, we're a shadow of what's happening in the fourth dimension. That's just fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, we're just a shadow of it.
Yeah, and in that shadow, we're able to walk around as avatars and manifest anything out of fucking thin air if we know how to do it and we tap in. You know, the shadow is our planet and us. Like it's
even
wild.
This microphone was a thought.
Right.
Anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you could master frequency though and pass your hand through shit? Dude, it would be so cool.
Dude, that'd be the coolest thing ever.
Fucking wild, man. And I wonder sometimes with those magicians that throw cards through windows, like how the fuck are they doing that, dude? How does that happen? You watch it on live camera and people are sitting right behind the window. Like, how do they throw the damn card through that window? It's not trick glass, is it? Am I just stupid and missing something? Like, I have questions about these magicians that do shit, bro. Like, they're levitating themselves. But I watch people on TikTok levitating themselves. They're usually melanated people, not white people, though. You know?
Watch the Wi-Fi.
Are we living in a
on
simulation? It is a simulation. It's manifest destiny. Look, he's manifested a painted ceiling back there, and it's about to be complete. That's what it is.
We're 20 minutes over time. I enjoy it. I want to stay here, but I got things else to do, unfortunately. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.
Later.